What's up, all? Thank you for coming back to my Astro series. My name is Sade, and today we are going to dive into the sixth zodiac sign, which is the lovely Virgo. I myself am a Virgo sun with my Mercury as well as my Jupiter in Virgo, so I relate to these qualities a lot that I'm about to dive in and express to you. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, just as Gemini, and it is the ruler of the sixth house. I will dive deeper into what the sixth house means in another segment, and I already made a video on Mercury coming after the Gemini segment, so go ahead and check that out if you want to learn more about what the planet of Mercury is in charge of. The sixth house is about habits, routines, discipline, and work. It is not a fun house. But we will get into the sixth house in another segment. For right now, let's focus on Virgo. Virgo is feminine, it is earth, and she is ruled by the maiden. Virgo is actually the only human zodiac symbol. I love to throw that in there when I discuss Virgo. The only human zodiac symbol, and symbolized by the woman, the maiden, holding the torch of wisdom and servitude to humanity. Virgo is mutable. And because it's a mutable sign, it knows how to adapt in different environments and how to adapt if things change. Virgo season starts while we're in summer, getting ready to transition into fall. So that's what also adds to their mutableness, their ability to kind of multitask and to be present in different types of environments and know what is needed in different environments. Virgos are the servers and the self-mastery people of the zodiac. Everything pertaining to Virgo energy is about work. And Virgo can get this rep of being all work and no play. But really, Virgos just understand in order for us to take the creative energy that we had in Leo and to make something of it, we have to put in work, have healthy routines, habits, and be disciplined so that we have longevity in our creative talents. We understand that in order to really get far in life, you have to have discipline and self-mastery. Virgos have an eye for the smallest change and detail of everything. We are so detailed oriented, it's insane. And the reason being is because we are ruled by Mercury. And when you think about Gemini, which is also ruled by Mercury, Gemini takes the information from around in its environment and it likes to socialize, collect information, and use it to socialize with other people. Virgo takes all of the information, and because it's an earth sign, Virgo wants to physically manifest a project. So you take the downloads you receive from what's around you logically, so all in the brain, you internalize it. What do you think about it? How do you feel about it? But because Virgo is earth, it's not too much on the emotional aspect of how you feel, but how can I use it? What can I use it for? And now I'm going to go and with discipline, with habits, with control, I'm going to create and physically manifest that idea or that vision based off of what I've seen. Virgos is really about how can I be of service? How can something be of use? So we're very good at seeing a project and seeing where it needs to be fixed, where it needs to be cleaned, and how it can be brought back into the physical world and be 10 times better and used by much more people. Because Virgo is so disciplined, organized, and structured, there is nothing that their energy really cannot accomplish. And I say that with so much humbleness, only because we are the people that are willing to get our hands dirty to get the work done, period. And not a lot of people are willing to be consistent and do the work day in, day out, day after day, month after month, year after year, in order to see that physical project manifest. That is Virgo energy. So if you ever need scheduling, planning, organization, someone to be your accountability partner, call a Virgo. They will always and forever hold you accountable for your stuff. Virgos do get this rep of being a perfectionist, but it's really because we want to make sure that everything is being used to its highest potential. Virgos do not really like to waste things. Everything has a place, everything has a purpose. And Virgos know that very well. That's why we notice any type of changes, and we know exactly what that change can be used for. And we know when there's changes in our schedule, we know when there's changes in our habits, we know when there's even changes in our room. If someone moves the smallest thing, Virgos know, because we have that eye for detail. Because Virgo is the last sign, before we head into the 6 other signs that deal with the other, Virgos are big on building self-mastery. And the reason being is because you cannot be in relation to other people unless you have good understanding and habits within yourself. And that's why Virgo energy is also about health, taking care of your health, making sure that you're eating well and the nutrients that you need so that your body can be in its highest vibration. And with that being said, Virgo rules the stomach or the intestines on the body. And if you think about your intestines as well as your stomach, it gets rid of what's not needed and keeps what's needed for the body to move at its most optimal state. The part of the chakra system or the energy center that Virgo rules is the throat, along with Gemini for the throat chakra. Because Virgo's ruled by Mercury, it's all about the information that you're receiving. How are you listening? How are you communicating back, both verbally and communicating through the physical projects that you create? Because Virgo is such a logical sign and it is also Earth, they're not the warmest when it comes to expressing their emotions through emotions. They will probably have an act of service that they will do to showcase how they feel, because they're doers, they're builders and creators in the zodiac. So they like to have something to show you as an act of service. Spending time is an act of service in how they show their emotions. Helping you on a project, cleaning or fixing something for you. That's kind of their way of expressing their emotion. Not that they're not emotional or they're not sensitive. It's just not the first space that they move to. They'll feel something, but they're more so concerned about, how can I be of service in this moment? The emotion is not going to help the situation, so how can I be of service to help the situation instead? And that's kind of their way of showing how they feel, if they care and if they don't care. Virgos are very straight to the point and direct. So if you want to know where you stand, just ask them, and you will always know where you stand with a Virgo. Now, something that Virgos need to work a lot more on is seeing the forest for what it is instead of noticing each and every tree branch. We hone in on details so much that sometimes we can miss the bigger picture. Knowing that the bigger picture is there, but knowing that the bigger picture won't be perfect if the small details won't be fixed. So something that Virgo energy can really work a lot more on, if you have a lot of Virgo energy in your chart, is to just be fine with what is and have balance between fixing, doing, changing, moving, and just being present and knowing that what is present is also perfect. Something that a lot of us can really take from Virgo energy, and I say this with so much humbleness, but so much pride, is how to be disciplined. Virgo is so disciplined. How to build self-mastery with not shifting with the tides, not moving just because you don't feel like doing something. No, commit, be disciplined, be organized, and you will be able to manifest anything you want in your physical world. This is something that Virgo energy knows very well. Commitment, organization, and discipline. Simple. There's no gray. It's very black and white for Virgo energy. So this is something that if you are lacking any of those qualities, check to see where you have Virgo in your chart and see if it's in a house that it might be debilitated in. For example, if you have Virgo, let's say in the 12th house, which is the house of Pisces, that's its opposite sign. So you might be a bit debilitated in terms of structure, discipline, and organization, and you might need to work more on how to harness that aspect of your energy. All right, that's all we have for our lovely 6th sign of Virgo. Next, we're going to dive deep into the 6th house and what we can find in that house of work and no play.